Does she want you back? You have broken up, no longer together. Well, then maybe out of the blue you get a message, a phone call, a letter if people still send letters like that. And out of the blue she's there again. This woman that you once had a relationship with, for however short or long a time. And then there she is again. She wants to talk to you. She may want you back. Now, for many, this is a good thing. It's quite common to get back with someone after you've broken up with them. It happens quite often. The feeling of comfort, and it's something you recognize because you've been around the person for an extended period of time. But you see, that is also part of how things can become difficult and more stressful the second time around. The comfortability and the familiarity, the fact that you have been here before and you know what it's like. But along with the good things, the good familiar things, comes also the bad things. You have to think of the bad things as well. Come on, they're in there as well. So the arguments that may have occurred, you have to ask yourself, what has now changed that will stop the ridiculous arguments happening again? What has actually changed? In you or the person, or both of you? What has changed, if anything? Then it's the fact of, why did you break up in the first place? Were there any lies going on? Who was lying? Was it you or her? What sort of trust was lost? And how can you now reclaim that trust? You see, the thing is, for some men, running back is very easy because for many men, moving on may have been very difficult. So it may be much easier for them to get back with an ex because it's familiar. It's easier. They do not have to do anything new or prove who they are again to a new person. Now, of course, people get back together and things work out. But then, many times people do get back together and it's a repeat of the same thing. Many times you would assume things would be different, but no, it's the same thing again. The same arguments. The same battles. You see, when an ex wants to come back to you, the first question you should ask yourself and the ex is why? First, ask yourself why? Because you know why you and her broke up in the first place. Or maybe you do not and she just left you, vanished. And then also ask her why as well. Then you can figure out if she is being honest and truthful with you. Does she really want to come back to you because she honestly misses you? Or does she miss what you were doing for her? Does she miss the comfort you gave to her? Did she realize the grass was not greener? Did she leave you for someone else and then found out that that guy was not going to be there for her like you were, and did not care about her to the extent that you did? You have to think about things like that as well. Is she going to be honest with you in her response? It is very easy for us to be someone else's fool. And it's not in a sense of just being naive. It's a sense of actually caring, of actually having a heart. And the thing is, many men realize that having such a big heart, in terms of showing women they care, they have realized for many of them, it has been their downfall. Blindly caring and blindly loving, when for them they are just doing what they actually feel to do. To be this. And for many men, they just get spit in their face. All of their nice things thrown back at them. And many of them are abandoned for a guy that would not even try. So then you have to ask yourself, is she coming back because she really cares? Or is she coming back because she is desperate? Is she coming back because she has nowhere to go? Is she coming back because you are the last resort and she will settle for you just for you to save her for this moment in time? There is nothing wrong with questioning and asking questions. If you and this person once shared something, you once had a bond, then you should both be able to speak and be honest with each other. What is her true intention? Does she want to come back because she really wants to, or because you are just a stop-off until she's back on her feet and she moves on again? It's not in a sense of being anyway cruel. It's a sense of how will you protect yourself. Very easy after the fact to say, I wish I did not do that. Give that person a chance to hurt me again. But sometimes you have to look ahead before you look back and see what had happened. Look at what may happen because you understand things that have happened before, because you have been with this person before. You have seen these moves before. Familiar you are to her touch and her scent, but how familiar are you to the bad things that she had done to you? Do you remember that like you remember her touch? In going back to an ex, only you understand what happened in the first place. Thus, the risk is yours. Who am I to tell you what to do? I am just a voice. Only you know what you want to do. Only you know if this is a mistake or if this will benefit you. But there is nothing wrong with asking. There is nothing wrong with being careful. There is nothing wrong with two grown people communicating to find out what each other really wants. What are the true intentions? I mean, if she's just lonely and she just wants some, that is your choice to make. But at the same time, could that be another angle? To get to you through your penis and into your bed, and there she may stay? You have to wonder. You have to wonder. I miss you. If that pops up out of the blue, question it. As you should. Better to over-question certain things than to end up regretting them. Better to know what someone's intentions are instead of wishing you had paid more attention in the first place. It's familiar, isn't it? You remember it, don't you? The warmth, the comfort. But just understand that those messages, those little flirtations out of nowhere, the let's be friends again out of the blue, the let's get closer again out of nowhere. Do not be afraid to question that. Because your life may have now blossomed. But what has happened in her life to now make you seem like something again, or something she wants to come back to? Overthinking or under the thumb? But as always, thank you very much for listening. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope the start of the year has been okay thus far. Have a nice day. Hello. So I'm currently recording some more videos or editing some more videos, but there are some next to my head right here for you to watch in the meantime.